I grew up in Southern California to divorced parents. They divorced when I was 8. My mom was coming back to her Catholic faith at that time, and my dad was and still is an agnostic. The divorce, along with some sexual abuse later in my teenage years, led to me developing a really hardened, tough exterior. I was trying to protect myself. I became this strong person who could endure anything. I became completely depressed, and I began partying, and I lost my faith in God. I dropped out of university. I was desperate to find something true in the world. I intuited that there had to be some truth in this world that was so sublime, so huge. I sensed one true thing in the world, one thing I knew that somehow was part of that truth, and it was natural beauty. And I had been to Kauai, the island of Kauai, many times as a child on vacation with my dad and brothers, and it was the most beautiful place I could imagine. And so I wanted to go and steep myself in this beauty. What happened was the opposite, actually. Inside, I still felt completely empty. All that beauty was out there, but nothing was penetrating my heart, and I felt more lonely. It magnified my loneliness and isolation. 24 years ago, in the middle of the night, alone, high, I found myself here on this beach, and I was staring out at the scene that was perfect, postcard perfect. These perfectly shaped curling waves that were glowing green and the moon that was right above. And I just was gazing at it and I said, "Thank you." And these words just fell off my lips, but they startled me because I thought, who am I thanking? I gave up a belief in God a couple years before. Who am I thanking? But because the words had just fallen off my lips and were completely unplanned, I knew that they were pure. So I started cautiously considering, could I accept a God again? This natural beauty was the closest thing to the divine that I could find in life. And I felt such relief that I could again claim a belief in a God. And my journey didn't end there. It did end back home in the Catholic Church, but it began there. It began with God's gift of beauty to me.